Why do we celebrate Navaratri? It's such a beautiful significance. In fact, it's the significance of the journey of every single seeker. Did you know that our rishis knew that our mind had three problems? First is what we call mala, or impurity of the mind. Second is what we call vikshepa, or that disturbance or distracted mind. And the third is ajnana, or ignorance. And because of these three problems, our Vedas are divided into these three sections. The Karma Kanda deals with getting rid of impurities of our mind, impurities like likes and dislikes and selfishness. The Upasana Kanda deals with vikshepa, or the distracted mind. And it deals with this by giving us contemplative exercises so that we can focus our minds on one single sound or form or vibration. The Jnana Kanda deals with removing ignorance or ajnana by revealing to us that ultimate truth. Now, if we see the three khandas of the Vedas, which correspond to the three defects of the mind, this is why we have the three Devis that we worship. Durga Devi is the one who is strong, who is fearless, and she tells us in the first 3 days, look at yourselves, look at ourselves, at all of our impurities, stare ourselves right in the mirror, and let's get rid of them. Let's do selfless action. Let's do our duties dedicated to God. Let's perform these so that we become pure. The next 3 days, we invoke Lakshmi Devi. And Lakshmi Devi is a symbol of love, of inner beauty, of virtue, of focus. Lakshmi Laksha, she's the one who tells us, focus on your goal. And so that's what we learn from her, to perform our japa or our upasana, so that we become cleansed inside and prepare ourselves to be fit to receive the highest knowledge. The last 3 days, we worship Goddess Saraswati, who is the embodiment of knowledge. Whether it's worldly knowledge, it's creative knowledge, and if it's the knowledge of the highest, Saraswati Devi is the one who embodies that. And she tells us to inquire, to ask, to think deeply about who we are. And as we go through these 9 days, through this spiritual progression, it reminds us that this is really what we have to do in our lives. Progress from Durga Devi, taking us to Lakshmi Devi, taking us to Saraswati Devi. The question is, where does Saraswati Devi take us? She takes us to the 10th day, which is Vijaya Dashami. Saraswati Devi tells us who we are, and upon realizing that, our ego, our sense of individuality is then destroyed. And that's the real victory. The real victory is the destruction of the ego and the reveling and abiding in the true self. This is our festival. Isn't it cool?